look. Call me what you want, you just can't call me broke. Call me what you want, you just can't call me broke. Call me what you want, you just can't call me broke. 350, it ain't no joke, I spend it, I don't know. Call me what you want, you just can't call me broke. Call me what you want, you just can't call me broke. Call me what you want, you just can't call me broke. 150, it ain't no joke, I spend it, I don't know. Forget about my problems when I'm thumbing through them presidents. Bitch hurt my nerve right before I hit that.
Top of the morning, man. I don't know why I keep on putting that intro on there. You know what I'm saying? For the Sunday cookout, because it's at the Sunday cookout. What it is, though, you know what I'm saying? For those that's woke, you know what I'm saying? It's like 6:04 in the morning. I'm live. We got motion, free but not free. PWG and me, you know what I'm saying? All the affiliates, Frequency 99. I'm live everywhere, right? Hopefully my audio good because I'm driving. I don't never like, I'm like a station dude, so I like to set up the laptop, make sure my Wi-Fi connection is grade A. So if it's any starts and stutters, I'm on the freeway and headed towards whatever work of the day awaits me. But on another level, I'm on right now to chronicle my first, like 10 months out, right? So in July, I'll be out a year, right? And I think the way I be moving around and stuff and the way I move what I do, like, you know what I'm saying, the way I do it, and like, plus I ain't making really too much announcements about it. It don't even seem like I've been out or or even I was gone. It seemed like, you know what I'm saying, I'm just out here doing what I do, right? But there are a couple of things in the world. That's why, like, sometimes I'll be like to really just, give it to y'all just with me just, not necessarily on a rant, but with me just being able to express everything that's going on, you know what I'm saying, in my head, how I see shit, you feel me, you know what I'm saying, without missing a beat, right, you know what I'm saying, so 10 months free, and I still ain't free, and I'm still on paperwork, probation, you know what I'm saying, my parole ended, technically because I'm on probation, right, but just trying to get to the point in life where I ain't on no paperwork, I ain't on no slave work, right? And also realizing too that I always got somebody over there, glad I wasn't over there. And also realizing too that the slave work is Social Security the number and birth certificate and all that. Like just realizing the stuff of life that once I get off one paperwork, I'm still on somebody's slave chain. Like really, just honestly, right? So realizing that, trying to push towards whatever it is I'm trying to push towards in a positive way, you know what I'm saying? Doing my best not to go back to jail, but I'm talking about really, really for real, bro. Just like looking at the world though, like looking at my people. Like sometimes like I could literally be just kind of like in my own head so much that it seemed like to the people around me like I'm tripping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm on one or something, like, or I'm mad at them or something like that. Like a lot of times they don't even be that. It's just that when I get real quiet, I'm really in my own thoughts. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm deciphering something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I just don't need to be. I just can't afford to be interrupted. You know what I'm saying? I like it's like coming up with some type of mathematical equation, and then as you're trying to come up with it, somebody keep on saying numbers out loud. You thinking of the answer, but the people keep on repeating numbers, so you can't even get it straight in your head. That's where I'm at, right now, this morning, like from yesterday, like just everything that's going on. So like I was listening to this dude early, like every morning I wake up, I throw on something. If I get on YouTube Shorts, swipe because my timeline give me like what I want, the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? But even on my IG, like sometimes it seems like my mind think if I want senseless violence, I want some trash TV, if I want some of that, the algorithm be like, oh yeah, I already know what you want. I'll get that to you, right? It's pretty spooky, but it is what it is, right? And then, but most mornings I'm like on some history, what's going on in the world, conspiracy theory type, stuff, especially because when I'm in preparation for the sociology class I'm in, a lot of times it don't really seem like we talking about conspiracy theories, but I don't know, the professor be on talking that shit, like, like it is what it is, like the whole world be under control. That's really what it is. Like it might not resonate with you the way I would like it to, or you might think that it's just some trash because you feel like you really got a choice in life, but you really don't. Like, you got a few choices you can make, but most choices are uh, conformist choices, meaning that you just conform into whatever society is on daily, even if you don't think you are, right? You really are, right? So, as a man who thinks or wants to be or pushes towards total control, not just of himself, but others, right? You know what I'm saying? Not saying I want to control them to dominate them, like, like that, but I'm talking about just control in the sense of like I'm the leader, I'm the boss. I want to be the one that's, making most of the decisions, and at the very least I'm gonna make decisions for myself. Right. That's who I am, right? And then waking up sometimes, not even just out of sleep, but just like this dream state of even when we woke, whatever woke means in consciousness, right? Just realizing that, damn, bro, like I really am not in control of my own destiny. I'm really not in control of my own life. Like even me, like my 9 to 5 is global mind entertainment. My 9 to 5 is free but not free. My 9 to 5 is anything that you see me doing in media. That's my 9 to 5. Like really, that's really my 9 to 5. So I go to school. I go to college for personal training and sociology. Right. I'm doing good. Doing above average. You feel me? I'm saying excellent at PE. Come on, we all crash course PE. If you ain't passed PE, something's wrong with you, right? But the sociology stuff is like it's just, man, it's the teachers of everything that we got going on in the social order of it, right? And it's like historical, it's present, it's micro and macro, and then it's close studies and then it's far away studies. You know what I'm saying? And it's like really when it break down, it's like everything that we think we in control of, or whatever societal shifts, even like when society is on it, it was all manipulation. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not the way whenever I get my degree and I'm able to step out and make my write a dissertation, or put down my own stamp on what I of my realm of sociology, that's how I'm gonna serve y'all. I'm gonna serve y'all like how I talk, like this. This is what sociology is. This is how you study it. This the study of whatever we own, even like how to stuff like what I was talking about First Friday. Why is the frequency turned up on First Friday for everybody just to be like it's Purge Day in my city? Why is Oakland like that? Why is the Bay Area like that? You know what I'm saying? Why like any other Friday? Yeah, that don't mean like nobody ain't getting shot or nobody getting robbed or ain't no property crimes happen. That don't mean that. It just mean that. But for some reason on First Friday, it's like somebody go turn a knob and the frequency is turned up on ignorance, violence, stupidity, anything that having to do with that. You know what I'm saying, right? And it's a real thing. It's a true phenomenon, right? But why, right? Then I've noticed about sociology too. You ask all them whys, but after you figure it out, like you get had this hand clap moment. Then okay, then what we gonna do about it? Then we just studying people. We're not even. There is no solution. We're not coming like, okay, we studied that, now we figured out why this or why that or how this. We ain't the solution. Normally is the people that control. Like, okay, look, they're kind of getting out of control. What we gonna do to get them back in line? You know what I'm saying? First we control them with magic, like, you know what I'm saying? Then we control them with religion, and now we control them with tech. Now technology is in control. You know what I'm saying? And media. So you got to figure that the way we see media is through tech. So that's like where we at right now in life. That's where we at. So I was watching this this morning. I was watching this dude Smack Water. He came a long way too. Like his commentary, because he used to be real ignorant. He's still like gonna turn it up like how he turned up. Shout out to Smack Water though. Been watching you since I was locked up doing 19 years. And I remember when you first started making your cake ass. I remember when you started making your skits, right? You always just seemed like you was real good. But I was listening to him this morning, right? And he was talking about All Star JR, right? And he was talking about He wasn't even really talking about All-Star JR. What he was talking about was the way that society can bend and twist and tuck and do whatever it wants to do to whoever it wants to do indiscriminately, although it's discrimination. So let me break that down. Dude like All-Star JR, allegedly. Dudes ran up on him, whooping him, trying to rob him. Everybody's strapped. Or at least we could assume everybody's strapped. We know at least one dude was strapped, right? He commandeers the weapon, right? He didn't even murk the dude, but he commandeers the weapon. Do what he do. Trolls him. We could all go back. Like, if you wouldn't have trolled him, they wouldn't have been on whatever, right? But we don't know that. Like I'm saying, I understood why he trolled him, like just for the media, just for whatever it is. I understand why he did that. Like not only that, they was about to troll him. They walked away, they had that chain and whatever they had, they was about to troll him. So like that's just the way the streets is now. Do I approve of it? Do I condemn it? I just speak on it, man. Like when I had done it, probably not. I probably would have been spooked. Like, whoa. You feel me? I'm saying just because of the stuff that ended up happening to him, right? So he grabs the weapon, pops dude, gets up out of there, receives the troll, drops a diss track. There's a whole bunch of other stuff, like, online. It was all funny, though. I ain't gonna lie. It was funny. It was entertaining. Here come the feds, snatch him up, saying, felon in possession of a firearm. Now, I mean, the feds snatched him, but I don't even think he was a fed dude. Like, I'm saying? So the feds just intervened, right? I mean, on some state stuff, if the state want to step in, I guess, but the feds stepped in. So it's like a 922G and probably a 924C or something like that, right? That's like gun charges, right? So they slide in. They slide in, snatch him up. He locked up right now. I don't know if they gave him no bail, none of that, right? For a gun. But in that situation, what do you do? Like, what do you do? What do you do when somebody trying to kill you? You could assume that they're about to kill. They got weapons on them. They whooping you. They jumping you. They're trying to rob you. You know what I'm saying? You could assume that this is it. So you do what you're supposed to do. And for what I understand, Texas is a stand your ground state. I believe, right? Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. But if it's a stand your ground state, I think that's the perfect picture of what you're supposed to do in a situation like that, right? Or what you're allowed to do if we don't use the law, right? So he does that. Now you go straight to jail. Now we can look around right now in the era of the Epstein files. We can look around in the era of a president, with 30 felonies, like, I'm saying, and sex crimes against him, whether through civil or whatever that he was found guilty of. Like, this is the dude with the most powerful position that we could say in the world. Like, regardless of, like, if he's a figurehead, if you don't know what a figurehead is, look at it. Regardless if he's a figurehead or the power ultimately runs away, he still got the base of it. When he says something, it's real. So he could be allowed to be the face of the free world. Free air quotes, right? But a dude that was about to get killed was able to commandeer somebody else's weapon that was whooping him, what was going on, and he got to go to jail for that. Like, I know that when we talk about it, we because we call them defensive players. You're just in in the urban community and like people that, I'm saying, the way we talk. You know what I'm saying? And it was funny. It was fun. It was like, it's amazing, even the stuff that we laugh at. Like, somebody was robbing you. You got a weapon and they tried to, you know what I'm saying, right? Unalive it or was going to, right? That's what you did. And in black culture, in our culture, even the people that's not black in the culture, that's like amazing. It's funny. It's entertainment. But in real life, just think about that situation. Now think about a dude being in prison for it. Now think about all the people that control your life that might be deviant. All the people that sit in Congress and in the Senate and that's your boss or your supervisor at work and all these things. All these dudes could be deviant, could have felonies, but they make more money than you. Could be sexual deviants. Could have old cases. You know what I'm saying? Like, just look around you, right? If you don't understand that slavery is so still abundantly around us, like, we are still enslaved. Like, some days I sit up here, I think about it, and I don't want to cry about it, right? but it really could make my mood change. Like it really could like affect me so much so that I damn near feel like or people around me it's like I'm evil, right? It's like I'm evil. So then when it's time to do something about it, or I feel like I want to do something about it, via what I'm trying to build free but not free, I realize that not only do I not have enough people to really do it, but the people I do got sometimes, some of the people that I feel like I do have where I can reach out to, like everybody's so caught up in their own race. Everybody's so caught up in the rat race that what can they do? Like you understand, if you go to work 40 hours a week, plus overtime, if you paying bills, you doing like when do you got time to sit there and go, hey bro, look, it's time to free slave, just our time, let's do it. Like when do you got time? And then when a person like me talking, I might sound crazy. I might sound like what is this dude on? You feel me? So it's like a lot of stuff I gotta compartmentalize. And then I'm walking around the people like, living dead. Well, they don't even know they slaves. And when you tell them they're a slave, it don't even make no sense. Shout out to Harriet Tubman, who freed the men and women of that era that didn't even know they were slaves by hook or crook. You know what I'm saying? Like people talk about salvation through Jesus and whatever other religious texts, they talk about salvation, right? They talk about salvation while being under control. So maybe true salvation is like knowing the truth and figure out what you could do about it. So I can use a man like, All-Star JR, free him, man. I can use him as an example of the earth. Look how backwards it is. In a state where the law say you can defend yourself as somebody if you feel threatened, not if you can feel threatened, you defend yourself. But a black man, and yeah, you must know that it got something to do with race. Got to do with something with how you look, right? A black man under truth arrest. Now I don't know Trayvon Martin. Now I don't know what I can't even name all the cases that we remember over the last 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Where somebody felt threatened in Florida or Texas or something like that, and it was able to blow one of us down with no repercussions. And then we ain't gonna even talk about, them people with them badges, the original slave catchers, the ones with the KKK, foundational build, right? We ain't gonna talk about how they just gunned us down, out of fear for their life after we was approached by them, right? This the world we live in, and I understand that you can't stay on this all day. I understand that, you can only hear me in like probably 30-second sound bites. I know I've been talking for 18 minutes, right? I know that once I click this and post it, I know I really got to talk to you in clips. Just the earth. The earth is, I have to, whatever I just said for this 18 minutes, right? It could be dope. It could be raw. It could be the thing that'll set you free. But I know that the way the world is right now, this planet that we live on, right? And I don't care if you're a flat earther. I don't care if you believe in gravity. I don't care if you think it ain't a real stars and universe up there. I don't care if you believe in Jesus or the Catholic Church, Islam, whatever you believe in, right? Even the people that say they really believe this, right? What are you doing, right? I even got to talk to you in 30-second, 60-second clips. Do you understand? Like, that's the way we communicate now, that people can't even listen to whole songs. Live on right now, the orbit we in, bro. The orbit we on right now, right? People right now cannot concentrate long enough for them to stay tuned and figure out whatever meanings there are in life. You got to talk to them in clips. I got to go back when I get to HQ, break this down in about 15 clips, right? 30 seconds, no more than a minute and 30, just for somebody to hopefully get a half a sentence in order to want to tune into the rest, right? I'm really a guy that's really just on this earth, probably really just to do this. but I understand the game, and I understand that I got to give it to you. I got to serve you with entertainment first. Like, I really got to serve you with entertainment first. I know that. I got to be entertaining in order for me to give you what I really want to give, and in order for me to free the slaves, right? I got to play the game. So me knowing that and knowing that, like, I mean, just really realizing in life that what I really want to do and what I really want to be is, I guess, a savior, a hero. Like, who don't want to be a hero? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I really want to do. I want to be a hero. And I got to do it one clip at a time. You can't step up on the pulpit like that no more, bro. You can't do it. Ain't nobody gonna listen. And then when you talking that shit, if you ain't talking no money, you ain't talking this, you ain't talking that, they ain't gonna listen, right? So to all my people that understand, that's gonna watch whatever parts of this later, might have been tapping in now. To all my people that understand, hey, you just gotta be patient. 10 months free. 10 months free. You just gotta be patient. And it's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? If your desires is money and riches and all that stuff, just be patient. It's gonna come. It's gonna happen. You just gotta just make sure that you just be patient, man. Trust the process. Know that we working. Anybody that squatted up, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Anybody that squatted up, man. Anybody that's mobbed, I mean, you know who you are. Hey, I'm trying to make it happen for us. And I'm gonna leave you with this. It's something that's been happening that's funny in my life, right? I noticed this about my people, black people. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking to you. I'm running a lucrative, sorry about that. I'm running a future lucrative business, right? My business, however I'm rocking, whatever kind of monies I'm making, whatever, I'm an entrepreneur, that's what I do, right? I noticed that not even when it comes to supporting black business, but when it comes to, like, I'm bringing you a service. I'm putting myself out there to do something for you, right? And then I get at you and I'm like, bet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you say this what you want. I say this what I got. I say I could also do this. You say, bet I want that too. And then in that process, I go, hey, we got to sign a contract. Hey, this is the invoice. So you could agree to these terms. Also, so I could protect myself for if you believe that I was supposed to be doing something more. I'm like, nah, bro. I'm staying within the parameters of the contract. I wasn't supposed to do more. I was only supposed to do this, right? It's equal protection. That's why people was like, some of the real therapists in the art was shooting at Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, because they were saying that it's not really about, I hear you want to make more money because you're not, bound by whatever oaths and, creeds that you got to do as a real therapist, as a doctor, right? Like the HIPAA oath, the Hippocratic oath. You know what I'm saying? That's a real thing. The Hippocratic oath is a serious thing, right? And I know why they were shooting at us, because you're not bound by things. Like if you do something wrong, or you give me bad advice, or you tell me to do something and you do it wrong, if you bound by something, you licensed, I could double back on that. But the same thing goes true for the customer, right? Because I know what I'm doing within this contract, right? So to the people that every day click a box, right, that says you agree to the terms of service, you agreeing to it, right? That's what you're doing. You're agreeing to the terms of service, right? You're agreeing to the terms of service. And when you're doing that, right, you never even read it. You just scroll it. It's a box. You scroll the box. You don't read it. You check it. And then whatever services that you're trying to get is available to you, right? That's what it is. And you do it. If you go to a car dealership, if you do most anything, even on Amazon, when you buy stuff, you purchase stuff, right? You agreeing to a term, a service. You agreeing to it. I pull out a contract that's 3 pages. It basically says everything that you wanted me to do, and it's protecting us from, any kind of breach. I'm not Suge Knight. I'm definitely not Satan, right? I'm talking about it's a 3-page contract, bro. If you want to do business with me, I saw that's how I want to do it. And if I want to do business with you, I want you to be able to. I want you to want that, so we can all be protected, and so we can all know what we're supposed to do. It's checks and balances, man. The white people ask you to sign it. I'm told you sign your life away every day. I'm telling you. Start reading the terms and agreements and stuff. When you check a box, when you do this, and you scroll, start reading it and see what you're giving up. See the rights you're giving up. Just see it, man. Be better, do better. Try to fight for freedom. Do what you got to do for yourself in order for you to be yourself. It's all good, man. Free but not free. It's the combo. It's all love.
Hey, look. Call me what you want, you just can't call me broke. Call me what you want, you just can't call me broke. Call me what you want, you just can't call me broke. 2 on 50, it ain't no joke. Why I spend it, I don't know.